Hello, this is Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce, and we're going live tonight with our Wild Women with Wine. And I'm excited to have you here. We're also on Instagram at Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce, ELR, and Karen Poter. So you can find us. I'm waiting for Karen to come on. And I'll have the volume turned up on her so that you'll be able to hear her when she's speaking. And so we'll try to make this a fun show. So when you come in, I just would love to know who you are and where you're from, so I know who I'm talking to. That's always important to me. And I'm going to play with some lighting here. So is everything else good in your lives? Tell me what's new. I'd always love to hear what's new in your lives. And, oh, Karen's live, so I'm going to pop in with her.
Yeah, put some music on over here.
Yeah, let's put some music on.
That's what we need.
Hey, Joe. I'm good, thanks. How are you tonight?
Good evening. Oh,
hi. How are you?
How are you? Oh, watching from the Philippines. Cool. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm good tonight. So
cheers.
Cheers. We're both red tonight.
Both red. What do you think of that?
Got a little, what do I have here? I think I have a Pinot. No, yeah, a Pinot tonight.
Hi, Bryson, and all the people on YouTube.
Yep, I got some people over here on YouTube.
YouTube, Instagram, wherever else you're seeing us. Hello, and
Joe,
welcome to the show.
Joe,
welcome to the Wild.
Joe says, here, cheers, Ms. Karen.
Hi, Joe.
So we'll give people a few minutes to pop in here. So I've got quite a few coming into YouTube, which is always exciting.
I was just checking for lipstick on my teeth.
Do I have lipstick?
You would tell me which.
I wouldn't be able to see.
So anyway, we got a lot of good questions today.
Excellent.
And before that, I thought we'd just do a little check-in to see what's going on in your world.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and we have an actual topic tonight. So we do want to kind of
actual topic.
We have a topic. I know. I think coming into each show with a topic kind of gives us a place to take questions from.
Purpose, a direction.
Yeah. So I think that's helpful. So tonight we're talking about one of our favorite subjects, which is sexiness and what defines sexy. How do you know if you're sexy? If you know you're sexy, how do you keep your sexy going? And because
I'm sexy and I know it.
There you go. So because I think for young women, and Karen and I speak a lot to women, and especially women that are younger than us, about what to look forward to. Right?
Well, I was on TikTok and I heard a girl talking about she was doing a live stream and she was talking about being older and like that's a negative. And then she said she was 40 and I'm thinking she's 40 and she's thinking negative. We got issues here, girl.
Yeah. Was she being critical? Was she being critical or just speaking to herself as calling her being critical of herself?
I contemplated where she was going with it, but I couldn't figure it out. So I decided to do my own TikTok video just explaining that I don't like when people say to me, "Oh, you look really good for your age."
Yeah, that's always that's so off-putting, right? It's really off-putting. It's like, I mean, and I think for younger people, you could view it as the same way. Boy, you sound really smart for somebody your age. I don't think that goes over too well.
Where's my chat, you guys?
Or the other one that the other one that I love is when people say, wow, I can't believe how smart you are for being somebody that looks nice. You know, it's like, what do they have to do with each other? Yeah.
Someone said on another one of my TikTok videos, it was a big compliment to me, Nat. You're, for such a pretty woman, you're really dumb, because I put out a video about, being supportive of the blue wave. And I said, for someone who's really an asshole, you're very rude. And
yeah, there you go. It's like, yeah, but my guy won, so there.
They're still objecting to that. There's a lot of objections on the TikTok wall.
Yeah, there's a lot of, well,
let's go back to sex.
There's a lot of idiots in the world, so.
Joe Biden, I saw him, by the way, when he was younger. Man, he's still good looking.
He's still.
At the time when he was younger, he's still good looking.
He's aged very well. Very well, yeah.
Yeah, he's still a very good looking man, but he was really good looking younger.
He's a classy guy. I mean, he's got just a level of class that, oh my God, I've been starving for in our administration.
I know, and so is Kamala.
Yeah.
So we got some classy people, and we got respect in the White House, so this is good.
Right.
But we got sexy in the White House too.
Yeah.
Sexy. I think Kamala's got some sex appeal too.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, because
I think smart is sexy.
Well, and her confidence. Somebody in my YouTube just said confidence is sexy, and her confidence is just off the charts. Not in an arrogant way, but she knows who she is and what she's here for, and that's a powerful statement, I think, for women to see another woman just owning her life and owning her role. Yeah.
But back to, I think sexy has a lot to do with confidence, actually. I think that's probably the most important trait. If you want to be sexy, you have to be confident. Because I keep going back to when one of my kids was in like second or third grade. All the boys had this big crush on this one girl. And she wasn't like the prettiest, and she didn't have like the best figure. Such a figure for a third. Maybe they were fourth or fifth grade. They're a little older. But she was just like, you looked at her, you wouldn't be able to distinguish her from any of the other girls. But every one of those kids had such a crush on her, and I think it's because of her confidence. She just was like, hey, I'm the shit. And they're like, yeah, you are.
I think, how we carry ourselves.
Cheers to confidence.
Yeah, cheers. Cheers to confidence. So a couple people are saying, that sexiness is age independent, for sure. Confidence is sexy.
I'm writing this down. I'm writing this shit down.
Okay.
I'm writing it down. I like that. Who said that?
Let's see. Christopher.
I gotta give him credit.
Christopher said that. Yeah.
Age independent.
Sexiness is age independent. Yeah, I like that. And Joe's mom is 40 and she's sexy and intelligent. Oh, I love it. That's a great combination. That's a dangerous combination. And inner confidence can go a long way no matter what age. And he's saying that you women are sexy and intelligent, beautiful skin, shapely and sculpted. That's Christopher. Thank you, Christopher.
Thank you, Christopher. Hush, hush, 4:35. My husband's fantasy is to watch me with a black eye. It's common. It's not unusual.
Nope, not at all.
I've heard this before. And is there a question, or you just want to let it just roll that out there?
Yeah.
Hush, 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 hush.
I think that's probably one of the more common fantasies. Yeah.
Yeah. David and Meatman are on YouTube here, and Meatman says, "How you doing?"
Meatman.
I think I'll tell you something else about confidence.
Okay.
You can tell a confident person by their screen name. If they have a screen name with just a bunch of numbers, there's not a lot of confidence going on there.
They're hiding. I think they're hiding from the law or a spouse.
So I have huge news.
What?
I have a car.
What?
I am officially owner of a car. Oh, I'm renting a car. I'm leasing a car.
Very cool. So when I'm down there, you can come see me.
That's right. I would love to see you.
Cool.
And I actually enjoy driving the car.
Well, what kind of car?
It's a small Lexus.
Oh, I love little Lexuses.
It's a little one because I can't see over the steering wheel of the big one.
Well, you need to sit on a pillow.
I mean, I was driving my 2010, yeah, at least, what's it called? A Honda Civic. Yeah, Honda Civic. And it was my youngest son's friend's car, the White Lightning. I was driving that. I was scared every time I got in the car because I couldn't really see what was going on. Blind spots were killing me. The car was not in great condition.
Well, that day that I was following you, I was laughing my ass off because I'm behind you and I can barely see your head above the seat.
No,
I thought, don't you have a way to jack that seat up or something?
I need to sit on a telephone book. Did they even make telephone books?
Well, they do, but they're only this thick now. So.
Yeah, they wouldn't do me much good.
No.
Hush Hush her name is Karenlee Poter. He actually asked me to talk with some of his black friends, the Woven Web. Oh no, that's this guy. Yeah.
So Joe says he loves his Honda Civic, so we can't diss the Honda Civics, but
yeah, I'm not dissing a Honda Civic. I'm just dissing my ability to see over the steering wheel and the one I was using.
That one didn't fit you. You need a car that fits you.
I got an electric thing going on here. It can lift me up. It can sit me back. I can do all kinds of things in this car, and you know I will. Sexiness is confidence in yourself. Thank you, Casper, the friendly gals. See, some of these people, I'd like to figure out how they got their names. And anyway, so if you're joining us on YouTube, we're also simultaneously doing a thing on Instagram. So, you know, you can hop on over there if you want to, or just stay here. Hi, Arturo. Stay here, chill out, have a glass of wine with us. Yeah, if you can see this, it's Cougar Vineyards is the glass. I mean, I'm not drinking Cougar Vineyard wine, but I'm drinking Cougar out of a Cougar glass. Oh yeah, I would have one, right? Anywho, what else do we want to talk about with
I just put a person on YouTube in timeout. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, put them in timeout. As soon as they start any kind of like nasty talking, they go right in timeout.
Well, it was really nasty because he wanted to promote Trump. It's like, no, not on my stuff. No, that's an evil man.
All right, back to Hush Hush. Why most of men have fantasy like this to watch wife with hot black man. I don't know that most do. I'm just saying that some do. And that, why do some men have fantasies about sucking my toes? I don't know. That's just their fantasy. It's their kink.
There is no one explanation. Everybody likes what they like when they like it. So you can't. When you ask somebody why do you like something, that really comes across as a judgment, because who knows why we like what we like. Why do you prefer red wine or white wine?
I think she wanted to feel like she wasn't alone, and that there's other people out there that had that fantasy. She's like, well, why is that fantasy so prevalent? And
because it's hot. Because it's hot.
I think if to the person that wants to see that, it's hot.
Yeah. It's hot.
We're sharing with you about potential event in Thailand. Now we know your guy's back, Arun.
Yeah.
Oh, now we got some chat going on here. I ate my girlfriend's cream pie. Why I liked it, I don't know why I liked it, but it turned me on and her so much. Okay, thanks for sharing. Fabio, I love you too.
Can you guys on YouTube hear Karen?
I don't know, what am I supposed to say about you eating your girlfriend's cream pie? I don't know what to say.
It's like, congratulations.
Mazel tov.
Do you need a napkin?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, do you need some sort of a towel now? You didn't brush your teeth hopefully. I hope you brush your teeth afterwards.
I think,
We
you
will
know,
waste it.
thank you for sharing that with me. It's just the most perfect answer to about anything. So, yeah. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you, John, for sharing about you and your girlfriend. I'm glad that you're promoting adventuresome activities in the bedroom.
There you go. That's good. Keep it spicy. So, sexy.
So, sexiness. Anything else regarding sexiness that you'd like to mention?
So, can you hear me? Can you hear her? So, do you have how do you define sexy? What does sexy feel like? I think that's what I love to help people understand is sexiness is really a feeling.
Yeah.
And because
it starts with the undergarments too. When I first became single, the first thing I did is went out to Victoria's Secret and bought a bunch of sexy lace undergarments because that makes you feel good and sexy even if no one's seeing them.
Yeah.
Even if that's another good way to spice up the romance.
Oh, I think
especially with guys that are very visual.
Taking care of yourself, doing self-care makes you feel loved and appreciated, and taking time to give yourself a self massage if you can't get touch from anybody else. Doing things that make you feel pretty and attractive, and even just sprinkling on a little perfume if you love perfume, if you love those scents, because the sense of smell is one of the most powerful senses we have in terms of eliciting positive memories or memories in general. So those kind of things, if you doing things that make you feel vibrant and alive.
So what can a guy do to feel sexy?
Yeah, what do men do to feel sexy? I'd love to know.
I think it'd be a good idea to do some grooming down here.
Some manscaping?
I think manscaping. You get a discount if you mention. I gotta look it up. Probably called.
It's probably mom or something. So
look it up.
So
manscaping.
So I have all guys in here talking to me on YouTube. How many of you manscape?
It's called manscaped.com, and it's called Mom Talk. There's a code you can get a discount.
Okay.
If you want to get a discount on Manscaped. I think it's a good idea to Manscaped. They got a lawnmower 3.0, and you turn it on, and it's got a nice little motor to it, and it's a little light in case you can't see what you're doing down there. It's got a light on it.
That's important.
You can take it in the shower. It's a good little implement. John, you have a serious question beyond talking about your cream pies. Go lay it on us. And by the way, we do need to get to questions. I'm just trying to keep us on track here.
Okay.
We have a few questions to answer. So back to men, what makes you, besides manscaping and wearing underwear that don't have holes, feel sexy? Is there anything that us women need to know? What makes you feel sexy? Manscaped is what's up. Oh, Freddie the driver, you like Manscaped? Glad to hear it.
So Joe says,
Freddie, I gotta remember where I met you, Freddie the driver. I don't know where I met you, but I met you. Actually, women need to feel comfortable, like they're at home, and having a very nice groomed area down there is good for us. Keeping fit is
keeping fit. So Joe says, to me, a girl is sexy when she has a great smile, fun personality, cute, easy to talk to, and down to earth. That's sexy.
I think that sounds sexy to me too.
Yeah.
What about if they like doing adventuresome things like riding motorcycles and things like that?
Yeah. John says he likes to take women on adventures. So, what kind of adventures, John?
I think it's also sexy when a guy comes up with a plan. I like that when they come up with a plan to surprise you. That's nice, as long as it's not something that you don't like doing.
Right.
It's not a plan.
Right. But it is
thumbs up.
It is sexy when men take some initiative for the planning, because oftentimes that gets defaulted to women, and so
that's what I'm talking about.
So women, we need to be more constructively communicative about things that we might like to try or things that we're interested in. So guys have some ideas about our parameters. So John says,
I have no problems telling people what I enjoy.
I know you don't. So John says, exotic travel, motorcycle ride across Europe, for example. That's hot. That's really hot. Yeah.
See, that works for me too.
That's sexy.
Oh, I was looking. I know what I was looking for.
What were you looking for?
I will tell you in a second.
Okay.
Here we go.
So men, what makes you feel sexy about yourself?
You know what song this is? I was looking for. This is supposed to be. Do you think I'm sexy by Rod Stewart? Yeah. What do you think of that?
There we go.
Still there?
So Hush Hush, we've answered that question many times in our past shows. So you can find all of our past shows either on Karen's Instagram or my YouTube channel, The Sex Host Doctor. So you can kind of cruise through them and get the questions answered that we've already answered a lot of times.
That's right. That's right.
So a woman who's comfortable with not only being with me, but also can tell me things. Yeah, that's Bryson. That is very cool and hot, confident. All right, so let's answer some questions, Karen.
All right. I'm in the middle of having a dance party over here. Oh. I'd rather sit this one out. Did you hear what Siri just said?
Yes.
She want to sit this one out. All right. Here we go. Oh, what do you do if the dick is too big? I was waiting for this question all day. You just got to take it easy and go very slow, okay?
Yeah.
And let her go on top so she can do more of the guiding in, saying that, like, it's the same thing with anal sex. You're coming in from, like, the very high, she doesn't know what's going to hit her, literally. So I would say let her go on top. If you're listening to this question, Ralph.
Yeah.
Ralph also asked thoughts on manscaping. That's so funny. Could you be with a man who had hair down there? Could you?
Yeah, of course.
Here's Hush Hush again. How about gangbang fantasy for wife? We already talked about that.
She asks the same thing every week. She hits me up behind the scenes. She just needs to. She's a little bit of a exhibitionist. So.
Okay, stick your head up in the air because.
All right.
I know you're going to answer this question. There you go. Favorite vacation destination? Woohoo!
Well, I mean.
Hedonism.
Right now, any place.
I want to go to the Philippines.
Any place warm. I know you need to go to the Philippines.
Sarah says, watching in the Philippines. I want to go to the Philippines. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to make it a plan, and we're going to do it. We're doing me and Nancy are going to do a year-long tour somewhere.
Oh, yeah. We're going on tour.
Yeah, we're going to be going on tour.
I think we could do that.
Oh, here she goes. Well, she puts her mind to it. We can do anything. I can tell you that. She is like me, bulldog.
Yeah.
Me Camo. I'm basically Indian, but I live in Malaysia. Cool, Malaysia. My parents were in Malaysia. They said it was very cool. Is this penis word from Malaysia, by the way? Let me know, Camo. I think my parents brought it back from somewhere, and I don't know where they brought it back from. All right, so we have more questions.
All right, so we have an answer to what makes a man feel sexy. So I think this is important. I feel sexy when I'm comfortable in my own skin and values, and I can allow the woman I'm interested in to feel the same in their own way without judging them or making them feel insecure. That's pretty sexy. Yeah, I like that. Cool. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you very much. I like younger women, but older women like me more than younger women. Hey, Ray, you got an issue then. Bobby Say I love you. Stevie. I do love Stevie. I had a dream about Stevie Wonder. Something's going on with me and Stevie Wonder.
Hey, Matt.
You and Stevie? That is sexy. The ability to play piano and to create music like Stevie Wonder is sexy. He's not the most attractive person to me, but he's sexy.
Well, I think artistic capability, especially for me, music or art, I mean, those are all second chakra stuff. So when
second chakra over here?
No, second chakra is like the sacrum. That's the sexual chakra.
I must have a big
it starts 1 is at the bottom and it goes up to 7, which is the crown.
Okay, so if you had a threesome, Manuel would like to know, and the outlaw would like to know if you have had a threesome or I've had a threesome.
Well, I don't answer private questions about my sex life.
Just answer personal questions, unless you pay her a lot of money.
No, no, because I figure, I mean, you know, my sex life is like, that is my sacred space. That is my private sacred space.
It's personal.
Yeah,
and place that you don't have to go telling.
I have so much of my life out in the public that I've got to hold something sacred. And so that's right there. So.
Okay, so I feel sexy when I wear a revealing dress and see men start staring at my cleavage. That's a good point. I mean, if you're wearing a low-cut dress, you definitely are going to attract some attention. And I hear you. Who are you talking to, Karen?
Thank you, Matt.
Ray. I got my buddy Nancy here. Here, I'm going to show. You can't really see that one because it went right in front of her face, but I will put it there anyway if you could see her. She's a cutie.
Hi.
All right, we got more questions.
All right,
here.
and I'll show all my guys you. So right there, I don't know if the light's gonna kill it. All right, there's Karen. Okay. Did the light totally?
Will you ever be with a handicapped person because I am with a handicap. Will you ever be with a handicapped person? I mean, listen, anything can happen, and
yeah,
right. I mean, we're both with people, so we can't really say whether or not we would seek out a handicapped person.
But if something were to happen to my,
you fall in love.
Yeah, if something were to happen to my husband and he were to become injured or become disabled in some way, that wouldn't make me love him any less. So I mean, it's all about the person, not their ability.
Right.
It's about a person and their abilities, not about their disabilities, because we all have disabilities. So we got to focus on our abilities. So rather than focusing on your disabilities, focus on what you're capable of doing. Emphasize that.
Focus on abilities and, as Joe Biden says, opportunities.
All right. So we have a question here. Matt wants my girlfriend's mother wants me to do her. Both of their idea. Is that a question? Her mom's been divorced 5 years, doesn't trust men. I mean, consensual sex, if it's okay with your girlfriend and she's totally cool with it and it's okay with your girlfriend's mom, whatever, you know, I mean, that's a fantasy that a lot of men have. And if everybody's an adult, who cares?
I think she has a point. However, I would like to say the devil's advocate in me would like to say, be careful of the consequences of that. Like, for example, what if you end up liking the girlfriend's mother better than the girlfriend?
I mean, there's always the risk. Yeah. He says it's their idea. Well, is it something you would want to do? Just because it's their idea.
Right.
Are you interested in doing that?
Yeah, but also even if you are or not or whatever, think about the consequences. Same thing if you're, for example, thinking about having sex with somebody at your workplace, think about your consequences. Like, I'll give you an example of my hairdresser who It's hard to find a good colorist. So you may not want to have sex with your good colorist, because if you end up it doesn't work out, then you have to go find a new colorist, and it's probably easier to find a guy that's good.
This is true. Yeah, because if it doesn't go well, you could very well lose both of them. So are you willing to lose the girlfriend to play with the mom
and the mother?
And the mother,
that's what I was saying. Just
well, and what an awkward
think
position for them to put him in. I'm thinking about, like, what if he wasn't interested in having sex with the mom, but they've both approached him in this way, and she's flirting with him. He's kind of in a no-win situation. If he turns her down, she's going to feel rejected. They put you in a really awkward position if that isn't your intention, if it wasn't a mutual flirt.
Right. So. Yeah, that could be problematic. Just saying. I always think of the consequences. Like, think of the consequences if you're with someone who's semi-drunk and saying yes. Think of the consequences. Just be careful. Okay, here's a great question.
Do you think wanting sex during an argument with your girlfriend or spouse is toxic?
Oh, we had this question last week too. I think we discussed our thoughts on having breakup sex and makeup sex.
But that doesn't sound like it's makeup sex. It says during an argument, not after. It's like the argument itself is turning you on. That's what I'm reading.
And it could. It could. Yeah, I think it's a good diversion. Why not? Sure.
Well, if you look at the bonobos, they settle all conflict with sex. So.
And we are very close to bonobos.
Yes, we are.
I would love to. I have never seen a bonobo in person. Have you? I would like to.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
In honor of Biden winning, I think Karen should go topless instead of twerking. I would be curious.
Topless versus twerking. I gotta tell you, I've been getting some twerking lessons from my girlfriend Nina. She gave me some twerking lessons. That girl can twerk.
Can
she? She started out in a
well. She's got a booty that for days. So.
Right, but she told me it's really not about the booty.
No, it's about the pelvic.
It's more about just the movement.
Yeah.
The movement, which I am not good at. So, I don't think I would go on topless either. So, sorry about that.
So,
that was not Friday the Driver with the makeup sex.
So Matt here. Wait a sec. Matt here says about the mom and this is the daughter thing. He says, "Oh my God, what if mom is better?" Honey,
that's what I said.
She's going to be.
What if you like mom better?
She's going to be better.
And I was going to say, there's a high likelihood of that happening, by the way.
Yeah.
Unless the mother taught.
And Joe suggests that you twerk topless.
No. Crying out loud. I mean, I'm not the only one winning if Biden wins, okay? And you guys are all winning, so I don't understand why I'm doing all this.
You're doing all the work,
I'm not doing makeup sex. I'm doing all the work I don't put myself out there. The thought of it scares me. I know it's hard, but you know what? You'll miss every shot you don't take. So you just gotta 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Read the book. It's called The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whatever decision you want to do, within 5 seconds, your brain will tell you not to do it. So you got to do it within 5 seconds. And by the way, Bryson, what's the worst that can happen? You get rejected. Live with it. People get rejected all the time. The more you get rejected, the tougher skin you have, and the more you're able to move on and have more and enjoy your life more.
So, Bryson, let me just tell you something real quick here. As a nurse for many, many years and working with people at the end of their life, I can tell you nobody regretted taking risks and getting hurt. People did regret not ever trying. So
that's the point.
Look fast forward. What are you going to regret most? That you tried and you put it out there and you got a little hurt, you survived it, you were okay, or that you never tried You never tried. That'll disappoint you and yourself more than any kind of hurt you could ever get from trying. So, all right. So we have a question here. A close friend of mine that I was dating at the time told me that I'm a really good listener and a sensual lover, and I'm wondering if that's a good thing to have for a relationship.
Yes. Are you a good listener?
Yeah. I think those are both awesome.
What was the second thing? I wasn't listening.
Whoa, that glass is as big as you are. A really good listener
Talk about a tall glass of water.
and a sensual lover. Yeah, I mean, those are awesome. Find somebody that appreciates those, that appreciates you and your qualities.
We have some questions here going on YouTube. Let's see. I'm skipping over. No New Year's Day to celebrate. No chocolate covered candy. Oh, we're doing a Stevie Wonder tribute over here. Thank
Okay.
you, Fabio. Cisco. Bye. Where are you getting your questions, Karen? We're on Instagram Live right now, as well as YouTube, and we're having fun over here. And if you ever want to join us, go to Instagram. We're all about the Instagram, and also TikTok.
Karen is the TikTok queen.
I am enjoying TikTok so much.
I know. You're so cute.
All right, so we still have some time. If you guys want to throw some other questions out at us, or Nancy and I can talk about the meaning of life a little more.
So, Karen, I would like to ask you a question while we're waiting for other questions. When did you know you were sexy? When did that first connect with you?
That's a good question. I don't think it was like one day I woke up and I was not sexy, and the next day I was sexy. I think a better question would be, when did you feel more confident in yourself? And I think believe it or not, it was like a shy little insecure thing pretty much throughout my childhood. And then I remember I felt very sexy one day in a 7th grade dance because my mom had gotten me like a jumpsuit with like these white like pirate puffy sleeves, and the jumpsuit was burgundy colored and bell bottoms and stuff. I felt very sexy that day, or whatever that meant when I was in 7th grade. But really, I think my confidence came when I went to college, and I started, getting a lot of attention from guys and feeling good about myself, and it kind of builds on yourself.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think probably when I was living in San Diego, I was 19. I was already married, but I was married to a sailor who was out at sea for 3 months or 6 months. And my girlfriends and I went downtown San Diego because my friend wanted to get a tattoo. So we went on a Friday night to a tattoo parlor in downtown San Diego. Well, if you know anything about San Diego, there's like 9 or 12 different military bases down there. So on Friday night, it's like military central. And so we were in this little tattoo place, and this guy was standing behind me close, and he looked like a very young, very handsome version of Sylvester Stallone.
Oh my God.
And I was a faithful wife who didn't play, and I was 18 and horny as hell, and this guy is standing behind me. I could feel his breath on my neck, and I have never felt so sexually alive and sexy.
Wow.
That I thought, God help him if I'd have turned around. I'd have just taken him. But it was like one of those, but it was a moment that I knew I couldn't act on it, but yet I had this, I've never forgotten it. And that's been a long time ago, and I could still elicit that feeling that I had. And so then I knew I was trouble.
You know what I gotta say to that? Take my breath away. Theme song from, you know, Top Gun.
Top Gun.
That's what I gotta say to that.
There is something about a man in uniform, I gotta say.
I'll say,
Oof.
yeah. Well, okay, so the question from Taylor is, how do I trust people on Instagram that add me that I've never met in person before? One is asking for my email address.
Don't give it to
You
him.
don't trust anybody. You can give an email address, but I wouldn't give them any kind of personal information if you don't know who the hell they are.
Yeah. Why would you give him an email address?
Well, maybe that way you could like vet the person out. I mean, the person sliding in over there might
have them give you more information about them. Yeah.
I know. To be honest, I never felt sexy. Bryson, you're such a sweetie that you don't know how sexy you are.
Yeah.
You just gotta believe in yourself.
Sexy comes from within. So find your sexiness. Find things that make you feel worthy and amazing and capable. It's like people oftentimes focus on what they're lacking rather than what they're abundant in. So connect to the things that you have to give, because clearly you're a sweet, kind, loving person. So I mean that we have no doubt about that.
I think we've told this story before. This is a very small version of what I'm talking about, but okay, these work. These little post-it notes. So what anybody needs to do if they want to become more comfortable in their own skin, they want to be looking at their successes and not their failures, and the pluses, not their minuses. Every day you write a little note about yourself, some positive statement about yourself, whether you say, I'm funny, I'm personable, I'm a good listener, I have great boobs, whatever you want to write, put it on here. Put it on the little post-it note, put it on your bathroom mirror, put it on your refrigerator, and look at all these notes about yourself. By the end of the week, you're going to say, hey, I'm the shit. I had all this going on here. You just if you don't really manifest and think about it, it's not going to come. So
if you're waiting for
inventory,
if you're waiting for somebody else to make you feel sexy or to tell you that you have worth, it will never happen. Because no matter what anybody else tells you, you won't believe them.
Right. So we can be telling you that you're a beautiful, nice person first until you on the face, but until you start believing in yourself, it ain't gonna happen. Unfortunately, you just gotta really start doing what I'm doing. Do an assessment. Write down all your attributes right here on a piece of paper and look at it every day. That's what I think it would really be helpful to you.
So I think Freddie just outed himself. I love that. Freddie, you're owning it.
He thinks he is that stranger.
Freddie says, I think I'm that stranger.
Freddie and Taylor are like, it's coming out. Okay, anyway, we're getting a lot of Stevie Wonder comments here on YouTube. Do you have? Yes, she has a YouTube channel. Her YouTube channel is. What's your YouTube channel?
It's either Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce or the Sex Host Doctor.
Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce or the Sex Host Doctor. We're getting our questions on Instagram. Okay.
So Bryson, you say you can be really self-depreciating. You're the only one who can stop doing that.
Self-deprecating.
Yeah.
You gotta stop. Stop. No more self-deprecating shit. No.
Yeah.
No, it's not helpful.
Well, that
hurtful.
won't get you what you're looking for in life. It'll take you the opposite direction.
If you don't treat people poorly, then why would you treat yourself poorly? We know you're a good guy, so
here's a great question.
Treat yourself the way.
Is it cheating if I kissed a stranger in a club, but I'm married? I just had a moment. So how would you know if that's cheating?
Yeah, that is such a good question.
It is a really good question.
Do you think kissing And it doesn't even have to do with marriage. It has to do with an agreement that you have with your partner or whoever you're in a relationship with. If you have an agreement that it's okay to have sex with someone else, obviously that's not an issue. If you have an agreement that we're completely monogamous and we are, not going to have any physical contact with anybody else, that's the agreement. So
I have a really easy recipe for this. Okay, here we go. If you're doing something that you would not do if your partner were standing next to you, you're cheating. Whether it's spending money, whether it's talking to somebody, whether it's kissing, whether it's having sex, it doesn't matter what it is. If you're doing it and you wouldn't do it in front of your partner or with your partner's knowledge, it's cheating.
What do you guys think about that? Do you agree? Is kissing cheating? If you agree or disagree, let us know. All right, so Fabio, what's your favorite Stevie Wonder song? I have so many Stevie Wonder songs. Bested by Some Midnight says Sailor Willie, awesome. 1980.
Tony says, I agree
Sailor
with Nan.
Willie.
Okay, cool.
Nancy has a thing for sailors. You know that.
I do. And I like Marines
Sailor.
too.
Oh, she likes Marines. Sorry.
No, two. I said
like
two.
I like the Air Force.
Their Air Force.
Thank you. He was so hot. He asked me to dance with him just after that. We just kissed.
Cool.
I mean, let's be honest. It can happen very easily. Is it the most egregious thing you've ever done? Probably not. But on the other hand, think about maybe talking to your partner about it, to your husband. He said he wants you to be with a black man and have sex in front of him. So, talk to him.
Well, I think when people ask us if it's cheating, they're asking the wrong person. The only person that can decide that for you is your partner. Now, right. we can't tell you whether it's cheating or not because we're not the ones that made the agreement with you. So right. It all depends on the agreement that two people make, or three people, or four people, or however many people are in the arrangement. So
my mom.
There's no one set rule. What's your mom saying?
My mom's saying is marriage, and I guess you can apply this to relationships. Marriage is a working contract.
Working contract.
I like that. Working contract.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's always and contracts need to be renegotiated periodically. Right? The contract you make 20 years ago may not be valid today.
Oh yeah. This is up there. There is superstition.
Karen's going to sing for us tonight.
Anyway, I'm just like into my music tonight. I'm playing DJ over here with my.
Have you had any hot dreams with Stevie lately?
With Stevie Wonder? Yes, that's my point.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know what was going on, but I have had hot, sexy dreams about Stevie Wonder. Yeah. He has like 13 kids. He has a ridiculous amount of children, by the way. He's had a lot of women.
Well, you know what that means. Yep.
I don't know what that means. It means he's really talented.
It means he has a lot of unprotected sex.
Well, that's true. All right. So anyway.
So Tony says, "Yep, revisit and update the contract together." Absolutely.
Totally.
For the first, I don't know, I think it was 5 years, Mark. How many years did I ask you to that we would re-up every year?
Oh, I think the first 5 years.
Yeah. So the first 5 years of Mark and my marriage, on our anniversary, coming up to the anniversary, I would say, "So are you going to re-up?" And he's like, "What do you mean?" I go, "Well, are we going to re-up for another year?" And he's like, "Well, what do you mean?" And I said, "Well, we're coming up on our annual contract agreement. And we just both have to come back to the table and renegotiate. Are we ready to re-up for another year?" And I got away with that shit for about 5 years. And finally after the 5th year, I think it's one of the only times I think he's ever been really kind of pissed off at me, because he was like, Nancy, I married you for the long haul, forever. I don't want to have to re-up every year. I don't want to have to worry.
Now, has your agreement changed at all?
Our agreement has changed a lot over the years, but we haven't re-upped it. We've just added to and subtracted from, and
You made amendments.
yeah, we have amendments. Marriage amendment number 42. I think we have about 21 amendments.
Oh man, and now I forgot your name, Hush Hush, but I'd rather call you Hush Hush anyway. It's a fun name. I don't know what to do. I'm having a lot of dreams having sex with black men. Enjoy your dreams. That's what's great about fantasies. You can just keep them as fantasies, or make them a reality. It looks like your husband wants to do it, so go for it. Whatever you do, make sure you talk about it with whoever your partner is. We got something here from Mike. He says, my girlfriend is 58 and I'm 32. She's Russian. I'm Hispanic. She tells me she feels younger when she is with me. Go for it, Mike.
Woohoo! I mean,
go for it.
yeah.
You know what? Why not?
It's nobody else's business, you know.
How do you like this song by Stevie?
Which one's this?
Rhythm in the Sky.
Nice.
I love this. Anyway, any other questions for the Dr. Nancy and the cougar and drinking some cougar wine over here?
Cougar juice.
David said, my sexual fetish is eating ass. Well, thank you for sharing that one too.
You're gonna make
I'm
me.
watching a good show right now.
They're gonna make me spit wine out my nose.
I'm watching a good show right now. I thought I'd change the subject to Queen's Gambit.
Oh, that's been really pushed. Is it good? Because it looks kind of weird.
It's weird, but I love it. And when Cam and I are watching it together, and we're reviewing it on a Sex Talk with my mom. Cam, for those of you guys who don't know this, is my son, and we do a podcast together called Sex Talk with my mom. And we've been reviewing for our patrons, because we have a Patreon page for the Sex Talk with my mom podcast. We've been reviewing each episode, and we're having a good time with this, because this is a fun. The show is really bizarre. There's some bizarre shit going on in the show, but it's very well done, very well acted, very well written, and very different than any show that I've seen in a while. So that's what I like about it. It's different. That
is fun.
Yeah. So please do keep us informed.
Yeah. So Tony wants to know, Karen, is there a right and a wrong way to approach a cougar? So what should we share with Tony?
There's definitely right and wrong. I think just use your common sense. You know.
What about that little book you wrote?
Oh, she could be my PR agent.
Somebody has to be. So, Tony, here she comes.
Tony, here's the book you want to buy on Amazon. Fuck Games, Date Cougars.
Can you see it? Fuck Games, Date Cougars. That's the book you want. So Karen wrote a whole book so that
it's out on Amazon.
Yeah, so that she can give you all of her tips and tricks.
It's number one on New York Times bestseller. Just kidding.
Okay.
But I think you'd enjoy it, and you'll find out chapter. Let's see. There's some of the chapters that I would like to tell you are: what's a cougar? My personal cougar evolution. Why do cubs love cougars? Why do cougars love cubs? How do cubs prepare for cougars? Where do cubs find cougars? How do cubs approach cougars? Ding dong. How to make a cougar purr? Cougar don'ts.
So how do you spell the fuck word on there? How do you?
It's F***CK.
Okay.
Fuck Games, Date Cougars. Definitely check it out.
All right, I'm gonna put the link in.
Oh, she's so sweet. She's putting the link in the bio.
Yep, I'm putting the link right in my YouTube, and So, and that'll be up on my YouTube channel later under the live shows. And then Karen and I will also put the full show up on this YouTube channel tomorrow, because she's gonna save it to her, and I'll download it and upload it so that you can watch this all again and get all these hot points about staying sexy and what is sexy and how to define your own sexy and how to find your sexy. You know, it's
There you go.
it's
Let's all stay sexy.
Okay.
Especially as we age. A lot of women that I know have given up. I don't know about the men, but a lot of the women have just said, "Fuck, who cares?" I don't think you should ever give up. Just
No.
enjoy being sexy and
Don't give up.
sexy.
Don't give up. Be sexy.
Right, Gus? Talking to my dog right now.
Okay,
I
so
saw my uncle's wife having sex with a black man, and I don't know what I should do. To be honest, I like watching them.
what do you don't need to do anything.
What's the problem? What the heck?
There's
is
nothing
there?
for you to do.
Yeah, you don't need to
How
do
long-
anything. Just
How
enjoy
long
what
did
you said.
how long did you watch? It's like,
My
oh, a
uncle's
peek,
wife
a
having
peek,
sex.
or
So your uncle's wife, I'm assuming, is white, which is what you're telling me. Yeah, I mean, listen, in the old days, back in the day, there was a lot of stigma about white and black having sex together. There was a lot of prejudice, a lot of shame associated with it. I'm sure there's some of that still out there. You know?
Yep. Well, there's a lot of
How do I
misunderstanding.
learn confidence? We got 3 minutes to tell Bryson how he's going to learn confidence.
I think you need to work. I think you need to work with a coach, Bryson. You need to work with a personal coach that can help really get to the root of your insecurity. That's really the issue. It isn't that you're lacking confidence; it's that you're holding on to insecurity. But you need somebody that can work with you
that makes
one-on-one.
sense because of what he just wrote.
Yeah, we can't
Right
do
after
that in a live chat. You know that. So find somebody who
Right.
can work with you one-on-one that can help you through this, because you're worth the effort.
But interestingly, and Bryson, right after she said that, you wrote, "I've never really been confident."
Right.
I think it's a whole pretend like you're changing the dial on the radio or something. You know, get off of the "I've never really been confident" channel and get on the "I am confident" channel.
You have to change your story. You have to rewrite. You have to
You gotta
rewrite your
change your-
story that you tell yourself
Change the
all the time.
narrative.
Mhm.
Change the narrative. You are no longer the guy that wasn't confident. You are the guy. Fake it till you make it.
Yep. Start talking about how,
Fake it till you make it.
now I'm confident. I got this.
And you know, honestly, if you would just look in the mirror, I mean, you're a really good guy. You're a good person. So, anyway,
All right.
we really had fun with everybody tonight. And thank you for joining us on YouTube and on Instagram and wherever you watch these programs. I don't even know if there's any other places, but thanks for joining us. We do this
Definitely.
every
Thank you.
Thursday.
Thursday.
And,
We'll be back next week.
We'll be back next week. If you like this, please share it with a friend. Tell people about it. We would love it if you join our individual Patreon pages. We both have Patreons.
Yeah.
Nancy's is patreon.com/Dr. Nancy. Mine is patreon.com/Karenlee. And join us on Patreon. You get better exclusive content that's just there. It's a way that you can support us. And it's a way that you can message us back and forth. If you have questions, we'll be happy to message you back and forth.
So I just
It's
posted
almost
this.
20 minutes.
I just posted both of our Patreons on the YouTube, so people can find us there. And if you go to the YouTube channel, The Sex Host Doctor or Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce, I have all the links in every description of our videos under the Wild Women with Wine, where you can find how to follow both Karen and I and really support our work. We do this really, it's a passion, but it also helps us to continue to do it if we have financial support. So we know money is votes, so vote with your money.
And with that, it's a wrap.
Yeah, all right.
Love you guys.
Love you, Karen.
Bye.
See you next week.
I love you. I'll see you soon.
Yes,
Hopefully.
hopefully. All right. Bye.
See you next week. I'll see you soon, hopefully.
All right.
Hopefully.
Well, thanks guys for piping in, and all of your information and feedback was definitely valued. I appreciate that. And we will be back next week, same time, same station. I'll have the full video up later so that you can see Karen and some of the other comments coming through that we get to put up with during the shows. I appreciate all of you. You were respectful. Your comments were great, supportive, and really, you know, you guys are the top drawer. So appreciate that, and I'll see you next week. Have a great week. Take care of yourselves, please. It's a crazy time. Wear your mask, please. They work. They work to protect you, and they work to protect others. We know that. The science is out there. Look at the latest CDC data. It's clear. I've been in healthcare for 40 years. It is clear. We've always worn masks to protect ourselves and our patients. That's nothing new, and it's not political. It's common sense. It's science. It works. Take care of yourselves.